What's up, Sagittarius? Okay, so look, we're going to be jumping into your vibes. Now, I created something that I'm going to introduce a little bit later on some of my other social medias, okay? But what we're going to do now is just a little bit of a sample of it to get you into the vibes, okay? Now, of course, I got my own special messages for you, but I want to jump into this little game so you can see how it goes, okay? So I pulled some numbers from my jar, and I'll just pull one there face down. You got the number 10. Okay, so the numbers correspond to different baby jars, right? And each of them has a fortune in it. Okay, so you got number 10. This, ladies and gentlemen, is your fortune. Let's open it up and read it. It says recovery. Whatever you lost in the past, you're about to receive it back times 10. The next phase of your life will make up for all that you've had to endure. You're about to receive triple for your trouble. Okay, so yeah, that's a definite good way to kick this reading off. Okay, so we're going to be jumping into it at the center of the reading. Now, keep in mind, I am going to be doing individual zodiacs, but if you want to see your individual zodiac sign done more often, make sure you guys are sharing. Make sure you guys are engaging with the content. Make sure you guys are, liking it, subscribing to the channel, letting your people know, okay? So let's get into it, okay? Recovery. Something that you've lost. Something that fell apart, something that you were sure of, and then it went away, and then it came back, right? Recovery, but not just recovery of what you lost, but you're coming with knowledge, you're coming with skills, you've learned lessons, and all of this is valuable for your next phase. I think that the next phase is not about lessons and tribulations. I think it's all about you finally reaching your pot of gold, okay? So let's see what's at the center. The Ace of Cups, a fresh start. It's so refreshing. Like, that's what I'm feeling for you, Sagittarius. It's refreshing. What's coming in for you is refreshing. And you know what else? Pure love. Not just pure love like from other people, but pure love starting from inside of you, waking up every day with that sense of joy. You feel complete. You feel whole, right? Whatever it was that you lost, it's coming back times 10. So now you're feeling more comfortable. Life is just feeling a little, I want to say a lot more easy, okay? It's easier, okay? Now, the Ace of Cups here is all about like romance and relationships. So maybe there's about to be a refreshing, brand new relationship. Or maybe there is the recovery or reconciliation of an old relationship. Like you and another person are getting a second chance. A relationship is being recovered. It could be friendship, romantic, however it applies to you, okay? What is it crossed by for Sagittarius? Whoop, there you go. That's the King of Wands. So you've refreshed yourself, and this brand new beginning is all about you, okay? When you get into the space pod, you can travel intergalactically. But when you get in there, it's all about you. Everything is centered around you. It's almost as if life is about to cater to you. You get in the space pod, and it takes you to your destination. You don't have to do any work. You don't have to do any driving. You just get there, right? And so this is what you're coming to. Also, you've graduated. Like I said, something is coming back around because it's recovery mode, but at the same time, it's like you're better than you were before. So whatever it is that you're getting it times 10, and it's gonna stick around, okay? You have a brand new cycle starting. I kept getting this thing earlier about a blank check. Like if you pull out a piece of pen and paper right now, you had a blank check, and you can get whatever you want. You don't even have to put a money amount. You can put a dream of yours down. It's like, yeah, that can happen. Let's see what's at the deep root of everything for Sagittarius. Woo, look at that. That's the Star card. Okay, all eyes on you. Like, you could even be feeling like the life of the party. And when I said life of the party, I'm not even necessarily talking about being at an event. That can be true too. Right? But your essence, your energy, your aura, when you step into the room, you give off this vibe. Or when people think about you, they get this certain feeling, okay? You light up wherever you go, even if you go into other people's mind and memories, okay? So yeah, what did I tell you too? Everything is centered around you, okay? This is your time to shine. Like, you're not bragging. You humble. Right? But there's a time to be humble and be quiet, and then there's a time to shine. Okay, and this is that moment for you. Okay, let's see what happened in the recent past. Woo, the Eight of Wands. Now, the Eight of Wands in this deck, they are trying to get like FaceTime and cell phone communication intergalactically, right? So you're able to tap into other resources from different planets, right? So you've made some type of contacts. It could even be something like your prayer made it through, right? Or you stepped out, took a leap, and then it worked out. Okay, there was some type of travel of information, maybe even word of mouth. There were whispers, or information was traveling. Heard it through the grapevine. Okay, let me get to this right now. What is this all about? Somebody heard about you. Okay. Oh, the Hermit. It's quiet as it's kept, and even it being some information going around that you were not aware of. Or how about this? You stepped off the scene. Remember, I said it's a time to be quiet, it's time to be humble, it's time to be in isolation mode, all that kind of stuff. But interestingly enough, when you're quiet, that's when a lot of communication starts happening that maybe you're not aware of. Maybe some of y'all you didn't see something or know something. But let's see what's crowning this entire thing. Nine of Swords. All right. So this is a moment, like I feel like mother love. Like this is a moment of comfort and love for you, Sagittarius. A lot of what you're fearing and a lot of what you're thinking is going on, the communication through the grapevine, oh, people must have these worst thoughts of me. I'm telling you, a lot of that is just your imagination. Some of y'all may have a guilty conscience for things that you may have done, but you are forgiven for those things. And the way you're perceiving the things that you've done, it's not even being looked at like that from the other party. So when I say refreshing, like we started with this Ace of Cups, I mean, even in your own emotional space, like you don't have to worry about the past or what you did or what was said or what was done. It's like the love is washing all of that away. So a lot of what you're fearing, especially when it comes to how we started talking about recovery, you will get back everything that you lost or everything that was taken or stolen from you. Okay. If somebody got robbed of something, it's like the insurance money is going to come through and it's going to cover it. And not only are you going to get the new, whatever you lost, you're going to get the upgraded version. It's going to be better. Okay. So it's a setup for a better future. All right. Let's see what's the near future as we're talking about futures. The Strength card. Now, as you can see, she's walking down the street and there's a lion. Okay. Now she holding the leash. So that lion is unleashed, right? Didn't I just tell you, like, this is your time to go ahead and shine? So the lion being unleashed is representing you being able to go outside. She in the middle of the city and do your thing. I told you there's a time to be humble and quiet and fall back, but then there's a time to growl and roar, you know what I mean? And put your paws to the pavement. And this is that time for you. Strength is all about that confidence. A lot of people have been mastering themselves. Again, this is where this king comes from, male or female, take it how it applies, okay? That masculine energy, like being sure of yourself, being confident of yourself, being able to go out there and do what it is that you know you were meant and called to do. But it's interesting because I'm seeing it like this. In the past, we have the Hermit. There was that time you see, you got the hood over the head, you can't see me, I'm mysterious, you don't know what I'm doing, what's going on, and then boom, pop out, right? And this is what's happening with you. This is or what's coming up, okay? It's the pop out moment, all right? Let's see what's your fear during this time. Oh, well, we had a lot of things try to pop open. That's so interesting because this Ten of Swords is what I pulled over. This is what jumped over, right? So it's two endings. Okay. So maybe, you know how we were saying you're going to recover something. So this is what maybe was lost, these two endings, 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords, and then boom, we start over. There's something brand new waiting for you. Okay. And what you thought was detriment, like he built the community, but all of those bricks are on the ground. He has to like start over. And then this guy, he was on a UFO spaceship and now it's time for him to get off. The journey is over. There's a new land for him to walk onto, new territory. He's mastered what he needed to master there. It's time to go to a new phase. And this is what's happening in your head. But like, is it really time for me to move on to a new phase? And the fear is, what if I never recover? What if I never built back my city, my empire? What if, after the journey is over, there's nothing else waiting for me? Okay. And the answer is That's just all in your head. There's a brand new phase where it's all about you, Sagittarius. Life is single-handedly putting out the hands. Like, what do you want me to behold for you? Okay. Let's see what you're looking like during this time, Sagittarius. How are you coming across? 3 coins. I want to work with you. I see that you're doing some things. Okay. And I like what you're doing there. May I join you? So someone's looking at you like you are a collaborator, like you are a person that they should move and shake with, right? These guys here, they're building something intergalactic. It's not just going to be on the planet. It's going to be all over the galaxy, right? But they have to come together and they have to all bring their resources and they all have to bring their minds. And you are at a point right now where you are a very valuable resource to any team you join forces with. And so people are looking like, we want to bring, you see that lion right there? We want to bring that lion. We need a lion. We don't have any lions, okay? King of Wands, we don't have those on our squad. We need one of those, okay? Now, as I was getting in that collective vibe, we got the energy of that idea. So maybe some of you guys, this is what this is. You coming together with that 3 coins. It's some ideas flowing. And the money will follow. Let's see what you look like at this, let's see what you hope for or where your mind should be in terms of hopes. The Tower. And it's so crazy because it's just like, let it go. Okay? Frozen. Let it go. The stuff that you're fearing of letting go, the stuff that you're fearing is over and done. Oh, I'll never recover. Let it go. Because what you got coming, what's replacing it, will be so much more aligned with who you are now as a person. I'm even feeling outgrown. Some stuff you've outgrown, whether it's mindsets, whether it's that community, that space. Some stuff is just like, oh, let it go. So you're hoping for this Tower, or your mindset should be grateful, even though it's painful, even though it's nine of swords energy, even though you might lose some sleep at night. I was reading something today about all the different political figures who took chances and who did what was unpopular because they knew it would change the future. And here we are today, a lot of us walking in freedom that we never would have had that politician never changed that law. But the key is the politician would oftentimes in secret, in dark, they would cry, they would be miserable because all their politician friends would turn their back on them and start talking about them like a dog. All of the citizens who voted for them would be so mad at them and they would be wishing death upon them. And so they had to go in the corner and they had to cry in the car and they had to, they had to go through that. But they knew that making that decision would forever change the course of history. And they had to do what they had to do because they knew it would be beneficial even when all their friends and families and colleagues didn't understand. See, Sagittarius, you're blessed with an ability. You can see things before other people can see it. You know what's coming before it gets here. And just because you act on it first doesn't mean that you're crazy. It's just what I said. You're first. People will catch on later. But you don't have time to sit down and wait. So whatever it is that's falling, let it fall. Okay? Now, let us go ahead and get to the outcome. The outcome. What's one of the outcomes? Because, it could be a million outcomes. But as we are going right now, what are we looking towards? The Hanged Man. Now, in this deck, he had got fired, right? But he learned a whole bunch of stuff, his skills, his talents. He started implementing all of those things, and then he was able to put his feet up. Now, although he's not the top of the line, he don't have the, richest estate, he's still able to kind of chill. It's not get up every day and run out the house, right? It's put my feet up, use my brain, use my gifts, my skills, my talents, and my resources, right? Collab with who I need to collab with. And then boom, I'm able to sustain myself. So as he is fired, he's building his wealth. He's building his empire. This is a chance he would have never had he still been, had he not been fired, right? And just like we started with your fortune, it's recovery. So you may have gotten fired, like he felt like let me start doing this and doing that. It gives you an opportunity. So one door closing, could be the same thing, a job or something, close it. And then boom, you're going to learn something new that's going to help you rest. All right. It's okay to take a pause. It's okay to take a moment to regroup. because whatever it is that you are building mentally, emotionally, physically, it's going to be long lasting. These pauses, these breaks are for your enlightenment. So don't take them lightly. All right. Bottom of the deck. Let's wrap this up. The Page of Coins. And this is the card that I got when I did the collective reading about that idea. So some of you guys, and it's the same thing with the Hangman, he had an idea, but he didn't have the time to, work on that idea until he got fired. Right. And so here it is. Again, it's that idea. It's the recovery. The page is like, it's at the beginning, right? It's the beginning stages, and then you know where it heads from there. It only gets bigger and better from there. Okay. Be consistent, stay loyal, stay down, stay true to who you are. And I'm really feeling like, just like we started the recovery season, and then you being able to put your feet up like this Hangman. And not put your feet up because you're tired, but put your feet up because there was a time where even when you did put your feet up, you couldn't rest, right? So this is more so of a time of working, but then getting that mental, emotional rest because you made good decisions. You did. So that's what I get for you, Sagittarius. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys engage with the video, like, comment, subscribe, tell your people about it, and I'll see y'all in the next one.